Join me right now on Kumite TV is undefeated UFC heavyweight Yorgan De Castro. What's going on, Yorgan?
What's up, buddy? Good, good, very good.
Good, man. You got the Contender Series contract. How long did it take for you to get your actual first fight?
It was like 2 weeks later.
Mhm.
They hit him up. They give me a opponent, and I say, we say yes. Guy's good striker, train with the good guys. What else? The best scenario for me, fight a striker in my UFC debut. So I'm very excited.
Yeah, you guys are both undefeated. You guys are both strikers. Um, man, it's probably one of the perfect matchups you could have for your debut, right?
Absolutely. And I know he's a game guy. Like he trained with the good guys, and he come to bang. And what else, dude? This is the best. Can ask for better UFC debut for me. I'm willing to go and meet him in the middle of the cage and throw bombs. That's it.
Were you expecting to fight anybody, or did you have somebody in particular? Or I thought you wanted to be on the Boston card, right? But
I asked for Boston card because it was close home right here. They say no. You going to Australia? You don't get to ask nothing right now. So and UFC 243, big stadium, 60,000 people. Well, what else? I say yes. Damn right.
yeah, you go from you make history at the Contender Series, right? Being the first fight at the Apex. Now you go to UFC 243 in Australia, also part of history because the biggest fight, in
Biggest.
Australian history is happening on that card, and it's 60,000 seat stadium,
I
which is crazy.
I love it, dude. I'm very excited. It could have happened a better place for me. Fight an Australian guy, a guy who trained with a good guy. He trained with a UFC guy, so I expect really a hard fight, a game opponent. Well, I'm excited, man. This is fight speak for yourself.
When you fight on the Contender Series, there's not many people outside of the cage. Maybe 50 at the most, right? And then you're
Yes.
going to Australia and you're gonna have thousands of people. When you're inside the cage, do you hear what's going on outside, or are you just lasered in, focused on your opponent?
Yes, absolutely nothing. Do I focus on my opponent? I see things coming up in the cage. I'm really focused on my opponent. I forget about everything else. This is the thing is I'm getting better off. I used to see people around and heard what they talk. Not anymore. Now I'm focused on the guy I'm fighting.
What has changed since you've turned pro? Because in your amateur career, you were up and down. It was a roller coaster ride for you. But when you turned pro, it's just like you just started killing the competition.
I start to take things. I start to approach things different. I used to just relate on my power and my skills. I used to say, I'm fighting someone, I'm just gonna go and knock him out, and clear wasn't work for me. So now I put in the work. I train 3 hours a day, every day, and the results show off. Like I do things that I didn't like to do. I'm wrestling. I'm doing jiu-jitsu. None of that I really like it. Strengthening condition, run. So it's paid off so far. So
That fight you had, the last fight, it was I think around 4 months ago or 3 months ago. And have you been training continuously through that time, or have you been like helping your teammates out? What's been going on in that time with your training?
yes, I went right back to the gym because I knew it at when you get to UFC at any time they can call you up for fight. So I went right back to the gym, help my teammate Pat McCrow get ready for fight. I'm still in the gym, pad work, strengthening condition 4 times a week, and pad work and get ready for striking because I know Justin Tafa is a good southpaw, powerful. So
Yeah, getting ready for Justin Tafa. Who have you brought in, or who are your training partners? For sparring and things like that.
we got a lot. The funny part is we got a lot of softball guys. I have Mike Rodriguez, Mike Rodriguez from
Yes,
UFC.
of course.
Greg Rebello, the heavyweight guy too,
Yes.
and Steve Walker, lion fight Muay Thai guy, like all champion. So I have a lot of big guys which is softball. Perfect. We've been sparring a lot, and it's funny because I like get ready to fight a striker. We don't have to wrestle that much. I don't have to do all those grounding game. It's rounds after rounds and pad work. So it's been pretty exciting. I love it.
What has the schedule been like for you? You know, since you are facing a striker, you know, have you kind of pulled back on the ground game compared to your last fight? Because your last fight was straight wrestler.
My last fight was miserable. My camp was disgusting. Was tough on the ground. Was takedown defense. Was jiu-jitsu all day. Now it's totally different. It's striker. We do pad work all the time. We sparring. I sparring twice a week. A strength and condition. We focus on. I mean, this is an MMA fight. He may
Yeah.
come and take me down and surprise me, but I expect him to come and bang because that's what he do best. He's a striker. He knock people out. So I expect him to come in and throw hands with me, and that's what we're getting ready for.
If you look at the highlight reels, your highlight reels and his highlight reels, it's just insane the knockouts that you guys have. It's so
Yeah.
it's exciting, man. Like I get excited thinking about this fight. Now, talk about your coaches. You know, you've probably had coaches with you throughout the years. Who are the coaches that you kind of look at and that has benefited you the most?
I have two very important coach, which is Tommy Teixeira and Brian Raposa, my striking coach. Those guys like are obsessed with the game. They study my opponent. They study what I do best. They always text me at nighttime, like make sure that we gotta drill new moves and try new things. So definitely Brian Raposa and Tommy Teixeira they've been with me for 3 years. Game change for me. Like they definitely very good. And they're young in the game too. They both of them, I guess I would say 36, 38 and most. So young, they're still learning, but they obsessed with the game and they study videos, they check stuff. I love it. We all gonna grow up together, which is good.
Yeah, that is good. That is great, you know, to have someone like that growing up in the game together.
Yeah,
Now you
yeah.
see that a lot in MMA these days is coaches that are not that old, but they're very experienced and you know they have a lot of knowledge to give the fighters. Now you're 31 years old. You know you're starting your UFC career. Do you feel like this is the perfect time for you to fight the highest level? You feel like you're at the beginning of the prime of your career?
Absolutely. As a heavyweight, I mean, right now I feel a way more confident in my skills in my physical than I was 5 years ago. There's no compare. So I'm definitely on the right time. This is the right time. And I know this is UFC. There's no easy fight. It's Justin Tafa is tough, and the next one gonna be tougher. And we're gonna be in the gym all the time. So this is the right time. I feel good. I don't have to cut weight. I'm big, 260 right now, feeling good, and I can train all day. So this is the right time. This is my time.
Have you adjusted your training schedule because you'll be fighting in Australia, which is right now Australia is morning and you're at night, right? So have you been training in the mornings or have you adjusted anything?
Yeah, we do sparring Saturday and Sundays at 10 o'clock. The fight is going to be around 10, 9:30, 10. So I believe I'm going to be around that 10 o'clock. So we've been sparring at 10 o'clock Saturday and Sunday. We've been simulating like we're fighting in the morning.
I wish that they would put you as the first fight on the pay-per-view, to be honest with
I
you,
would,
because
I would, I
I
would
know
love it.
you. I've seen your fights. You know, I followed you for a while, and I know Justin too. And it's just like that's the type of fight I see happening. Is you guys just
Yes.
blowing up that stadium?
Dude, this is what I say. Win, lose or draw, I know that I'm gonna give 100%. I'm gonna go there to swing and try to rip his head off. So, and I believe he's gonna do the same. He's like he trained with a good. He trained with Mark Hunt, with the Taito Vasa. Those guys, that's what they do best. Yeah, I was saying like that's what I expect. I mean, win, lose or draw, I know I'm gonna go there and swing to the fence and try to rip his head off. And I know he's gonna do the same because they take pride of that. They are strikers. They're bangers. They like to bang. So I mean, I agree with you. I would love to be the first fight in the pay-per-view because we're gonna deliver. It's gonna be two big guys and swing to the fence.
When you look at the future, do you see yourself, you know, shooting up the ranks quickly, or are you just gonna take it slowly and be like, okay, I'm gonna fight whoever they give me, and eventually they're gonna have to give me a title shot?
Yeah, I'm gonna take it slow because this is it. I guess they sign a lot of heavyweights later. Like they sign a lot of guys with a similar record than me, 5-0, 6-0. So I guess we're gonna have to fight each other. By the time we get to 10-0, the record get up there. Probably gonna hit the top 15, top 10. But this is mixed martial arts. Anything can happen. If they give me something, I won't say no. I will fight anyway. So, but I will take it like one fight at a time.
Definitely. Well, October
I'm gonna
5th.
try to I'm gonna try to avoid the wrestling guys. So
Well, there's a if you look at it, there's a lot of strikers that they've
yeah,
signed in the heavyweight division. So you got a lot of
yes,
guys that you can fight.
yes, I love it. As I say, they signed a lot of guys at 5-0, 6-0, guys with a low record. So I know we're gonna end up fighting each other. So I'm pretty excited.
When you saw Stipe beat DC, were you surprised by that?
Yes, I thought this he was a. I thought the only guy who could beat DC was John Jones, and that's it. And DC was winning the fight. He was winning three. I think he won all three rounds. And Steve blew my mind. Especially they both surprised me the way they come up 230, 236. I said, wow, they lost ton of pounds. They look good, good cardio. I said, wow, I may gotta lose some weight because I thought I gotta be big to be big in heavyweight. And yeah, Steve like blow my mind. So I was very surprised.
All right, one last thing before I let you go. You know, there's all different types of MMA competitors in the world. You know, do you consider yourself a martial artist or a fighter?
I am a martial artist because I'm constantly involved. If you see my first fight, that's the mistake people are gonna make. They're gonna judge me by my last fight, and they're gonna make mistake again. This one gonna be totally different. I'm gonna be totally different guy. And I fought my third fight. I was different. I was brawling. I was throw a lot of kicks. My fourth fight was totally different. I took the guy down. Guy was 14 for professional fight. And the last one, I didn't throw an overhand. I finished the guy with a kick. So I'm constantly involved. So I'm definitely mixed martial arts. And
All
this
right,
one gonna
man.
be different too. This one gonna be different. Trust me.
Okay, well, October 5th, UFC 243, Melbourne, Australia. I'm excited for you, man, that you finally get to enter that octagon. Thank you so much, Jorgen, for the time. Good luck on the fight and good luck on your future.
Thank you very much. But expect a lot of kicks and a lot of punch today because this is gonna be fun. Thank you, man.